Hi, my name is Melissa Trego, and I currently am the Dean of the Pennsylvania College of Optometry at Salus University. Just wanted to give you a little bit of background of myself. I grew up in Sunbury, Pennsylvania, which is, central Pennsylvania. Went to undergrad at Susquehanna University, where I was a biochemistry major. Came down to Philadelphia to the Pennsylvania College of Optometry to get my doctor of optometry. Ended up popping over the ocean to get a PhD at Cardiff University in Wales, and then came back and did my residency in primary care at the Eye Institute.
My name is Beth Tonkery. I am from Michigan originally, so I went to the Michigan College of Optometry. Before that, I did my undergrad in Michigan at Oakland University, where my undergrad major was biology. I came here in 2009 to do a residency in primary care, ocular disease, and never left. So I've been here, I guess, for
Long time.
12 years. Yeah, I've been here for about 12 years now.
Yeah, so the goal for us today is to talk to you about why we came up with the Scholars Program concept. And both Dr. Tonkery and I have been involved with it from the very beginning in the very basic planning process. Go ahead, take it away.
I think my first focus group for the Scholars Program was in 2010, and I was still a resident, and they were pulling together a group of people to figure out just how crazy is it to do this in 3 years. And I think that coming from a small program, MCO, I graduated with 35 other students, really kind of gave me a bit of a different perspective compared to a lot of the faculty like Dr. Trego that grew up in a class of 150. What was it?
A lot of people.
So that was my first foray into it, and then I never left it. When I became a faculty member, Dr. Trego and I had the good fortune, both as faculty members, of taking the lead and getting the pilot program off the ground. And then I guess we just had so much fun that we couldn't let it go.
It was kind of a bit of a crazy concept at first, but what we found is that both medicine and law, as well as pharmacy, they were doing accelerated programs. And the question was, why shouldn't optometry do an accelerated program? So we wanted to make sure that we combined the ability to have an independent type of study plus small group learning and a connection, because in a very short amount of time, all of you are going to become our colleagues. And so we wanted to make sure that we were able to immerse the students in a program that was hands-on and allowed them to get out a year sooner than the traditional four-year program.
That said, I think everybody thought we were a little crazy when we were these young, excited faculty members saying, why can't we do this in 3 years? And honestly, that kind of became our tagline when everybody would ask us, why are you guys doing this? Optometry school is hard. Don't you know it's hard? And we're both like, yeah, we know it's hard, but why can't optometry do it? What's the reason we couldn't do it? So we were not concerned at all about accelerating the didactic portion of the program. Frankly, that's easy. You give the student the material, the student can take the test, and they'll do a really good job. What we knew was going to be a little bit more tricky was accelerating the clinical portion of the program, because PCO is well known for having one of the top clinical programs in the country, and we weren't willing to compromise that.
For sure.
So Dr. Trego and I decided that we would run a pilot. We had 4 students. I guess that was 2012?
Yeah, it was a while ago.
It was a long time ago. And we actually ran the pilot twice, once with myself and Dr. Trego, and once with Dr. Nyman, who I think you'll also hear from, is the head of the Clinical Skills Lab. And
good lady.
We had an amazing time with it. So we realized, I think we're on to something here. I think we can do this.
So it ended up being a really great project. We are now accepting, I believe, students for the 8th cohort, perhaps? Or
we always have to count this out.
Yeah,
I think
but
it's 8.
It might be 8, but it's hard to believe that we are already kind of onto our 8th cohort, and it's been a fantastic program. The students are able to create a really strong network, and they also are fantastic clinicians. So it ended up being a really good concept.
You know, our goals of the program were to create a product that could stand shoulder to shoulder with our traditional product, get it done in 3 years, and be every bit as good. And I think we've done that. I think we've proven that. Our outcomes in this program have been really great, both from a clinical standpoint as well as a didactic standpoint. And we thought that this was going to be something that was going to be fun and kind of not like the main part of PCO, but it really has driven a lot of innovation and a lot of change within PCO over the last decade or so, because we've learned a lot from the Scholars Program that we've been able to take to the traditional program. All good things.
All good things. So why a 3-year program? Why not, essentially? And don't forget, you get a 4-year education in 3 years. You get a year of savings on tuition, a year on savings with living expenses, and it is a potential year for either making money to start your career or to be able to do a residency. And so, without a doubt, it's been one of the most proudest projects, I would say, we've probably worked on.